My name is David Widgington. I put this cube together for the Encuentro conference at Concordia University. It's a conference organized by the Institute, the Hemispheric Institute for Performance and Politics. So I proposed to build a banner cube, this one here, for the conference. They accepted, so here it is. There are 40 banners in it, about half of them from the Quebec 2012 strike, and the other ones from different groups and different events since then, and a couple of them are historic. Like there's a Free Mumia banner which was lent by Cubecois, Concordia, which dates from the 70s apparently. So it's an interesting project. So if you look,
you can talk as you walk too.
It's a 13-foot high cube with 17 feet long sides. So it's a big cube, as you can see, if you pull back, with all of these banners wrapped around on the inside and the out. So it forms a double skin. And people are encouraged to go inside. So as we walk in, the mood changes because there's a ceiling on the cube, so it feels like it's an enclosed space that's comfortable. That's the main comment that I've received so far, that people enjoy coming here and they feel good about the space, and they also feel like it's encouraging or energetic, that they want to move forward for the next struggle. So there are banners that I've collected from other people to create an archive, but I also created my own banner, which is this large banner which makes up one wall. And basically, during my MA project, I created an archive of artifacts, visual artifacts from the student strike, whether it's posters, banners, protest signs, stencils, actions, all kinds of things, performances. And I created this banner as a collage of a lot of these artifacts to create a protest scene that's, I guess, somewhat representative of the student strike, with, of course, my editorialization, my own input. So there's all kinds of elements, key elements that kind of define the strike. For example, if you see, we have the Rabbit Crew there. We've got Anarcho Panda with a balaclava supporting Pussy Riot. Here's the section of police repression. So you can see all the different levels of police. Here's some cartoons, some caricatures that were done. Here we have Matricule 728, who's pepper spraying someone. This is L'État Sauvage, and then we have the relationship between the police and the media up there with an image, and then we have like the government and other things. So this is like the opposition, what I oppose anyway, and who opposed the student movement quite aggressively at the time. Within this banner, you'll notice that there are 3 projections on it. I left space because it's an archival piece, and it's a piece that wants to activate the archive. I've added slideshows of banners in a banner space, slideshow of protest signs in a protest sign space, and projections of video on like a video space. So, and for the CUTV people, you'll notice here there's representation of the live streaming, and CUTV is also represented within the banner. So I guess that's.
Now you did this as an academic piece. To you, what is the importance of art within social movements?
Well, I started this project and I created the archive, which brought the question of what's the use of an archive? Is it just to collect in some space and gather dust, and eventually some historian will discover it in the past? And to me, it's absolutely not that. The role of an archive for me is to activate, or to help in the debriefing phase of protest movements. And while doing my research for this, I read Victor Turner's theory of liminal ritualistic performance. And in his theory, there are three phases of performance. One is the preparation or rehearsal phase, which I translate for social movements as the phase when all of these artifacts are actually created, when people gather to make the banners for the protest, or when they get together to make a manifesto, or when they get together to make a protest sign that they're going to carry within the performance. And then there's the performance itself, is whenever we're on the streets performing like opposition, or when we're spray painting a stencil on the wall, or when we're wheat pasting a poster on a wall.
So for you, the protest itself is in some sense a performance.
It's an absolute performance. It's an oppositional performance, a performance of opposition to something active. So the role of this is in the post-performance phase, which is the debriefing phase. So that's a phrase when you look back to see, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what's going on, and it allows you to adapt and to feed the oppositional consciousness that was raised during the performance. And I guess the objective is for the debriefing phase to rejoin the preparation or rehearsal phase, so it creates a loop of opposition that is ongoing and doesn't actually stop. So when people come in here, I hope that they're not just nostalgic about, oh, that was a nice strike, I had so much fun, and that's it. I want them to remember the strike, to get feelings that they experienced during the strike, and to motivate them to want to go to the next level, or to the next to prepare things to fight against the oil pipelines, to fight against fracking, to fight against the privatization that's coming from the current Liberal government. So there's a lot of struggles ahead, and this is one of many cultural artifacts, I guess, that will hopefully help nourish that opposition and get it ready.